Good afternoon. In many videos being put out today on YouTube, there are those from the what we might be called the right wing of the conservative political spectrum who are attacking the Jew, for instance, like Steven Anderson. And thought it'd be interesting. Here's a book called "What the Church Owes the Jew," and interesting to look at this and see what the Jew has done for America in its military, and therefore what we owe the Jew for defending this country. And this is what the so-called right wing, those who want to say they're conservatives, but in fact they want to attack the Jew, are actually attacking one of the bases for this country to be blessed by God, and they are the greatest enemies of freedom in this country. So when a guy's running around talking about how conservative he is, and he's attacking the Jew, he is in fact attacking the very freedoms of this country, and God will destroy this country. Whoever attacks the Jew will be destroyed. And that's what these guys who call themselves right wing, and they want to say, oh, we're for the Constitution, and we're against gun control and freedom of the press, and these type of things, all the freedoms that we in this country enjoy. But when you attack the Jew, what you're doing is attacking the very basis of why God has blessed this country, along with the King James Bible, and the fact that this country has been established basically on the King James Bible. But so I'll read here from this book here briefly. At the outbreak of the Revolutionary War in 1776, 122 years after the first Jews came to America, 2,500 Jewish immigrants were scattered throughout the 13 colonies. The Reader's Digest reports that in the act of fighting, the Jews produced 3 colonels and several score of majors, captains, and lieutenants, while hundreds of others served in the front. A remarkable showing in view of the fact that the total Jewish adult male population in all the colonies was barely 1,000. He goes on to say, the Jews have fought in all our wars since. According to the Reader's Digest, in World War I, they made up nearly 4.5% of our armed forces, and their dead were 5% of the total, though Jews continued little more than 3% of our population. In World War II and again in Korea, they made up 4.5% of the fighting forces, while still 3.2% of the people. An estimated 10,000 Jews fought in Vietnam. The Jewish War Veterans Association celebrated its centennial anniversary in 1996. So again, when you see these guys who will come from the right wing, and I would consider myself a right wing. That's what the King James Bible is a conservative book and a defender of individual freedom. But when these guys attack the Jew, write them off. They're not defending freedom; they're attacking it. So they seem appealing when they say, "Oh, we're against the oppressive government and we're for the Constitution and the Bill of Rights." But when you go after the Jew, you're going after God's people, in the sense that God still has a plan for them, and God won't put up with it, and He can take away those freedoms in a moment. So these guys are not defenders of the freedoms that we enjoy as Americans. When you're an anti-Semite, you're attacking those very freedoms. And they'll wrap themselves in the American flag, but in fact, the most destructive people to the conservative movement in the United States have been anti-Semites, and I'll be dealing with that in later videos, talking about the anti-Semitic movements in the right wing and how they have helped this country move to the left. It hasn't been the Jew that's been responsible for that. It's been so-called right-wing conservatives who have embraced anti-Semitism, like Steven Anderson, and they appeal to conservatives because they want to waive the Constitution and talk about freedom, but in fact they're the greatest enemies of freedom in this country because of the anti-Semitism. Amen. Thank you.